We're seeing a really interesting thing happening in China right now. For years, the industry has been debating the merits of the traditional sales models versus the direct sales models, which were pioneered by Tesla, of course. What we're seeing now is that neither model seems to be perfect on its own. Many of the newer EV companies, which started with this direct sales model, are now realizing that they want to have the dealer sales model as well. If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord. What's going on, everyone? My name is Obi, and welcome back to the Courtside Financial Podcast, where we talk about business and technology. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the electric vehicle industry, particularly shining a spotlight on NIO and its upcoming sub-brand for September, Onvo. So this is going to be a super interesting, super exciting, insightful video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 10K subscribers before the year is over. Click the like button, click the notification bell icon, leave a comment down below. All your engagement really does go a long way in helping out the channel, helping us to reach a broader audience. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Let's start with the bigger picture. The EV market in China is absolutely booming right now. Projections show that the EV market in China could exceed 10 million units in 2024. That's a staggering number that really demonstrates China's dominance in the EV market as a whole. Now, as an EV enthusiast, a NIO enthusiast, I've been closely following their developments with their up-and-coming sub-brand Onvo. Some spy shots of Onvo were recently leaked, and let me tell you, this thing looks incredible. The design is sleek, modern, and packed with advanced technology. It's got a horizontal center screen that looks pretty good. It's not going off of the design that most EVs, especially the pioneers of EVs, had originally had. There's a rear entertainment center and heads-up display in this car. The interior is clearly designed to compete at the highest levels of the premium electric vehicle market. But what's really exciting is that Onvo's not just about flashy interiors. They're also focusing on providing an exceptional ownership experience. According to recent reports, Onvo will be leveraging a lot of NIO's existing service infrastructure offerings. This includes things like NIO's mobile service vans for things like emergency charging and tire repairs. They'll also have extensive access to NIO's network of service centers. In my opinion, this is a really smart move. One of NIO's biggest strengths has always been its focus on service and the overall ownership experience for the customer. By extending many of these benefits to Onvo, they're giving Onvo a major competitive advantage right out of the gate. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture in terms of EV sales models. We're seeing a really interesting thing happening in China right now. For years, the industry has been debating the merits of the traditional sales models versus the direct sales models, which were pioneered by Tesla, of course. What we're seeing now is that neither model seems to be perfect on its own. Many of the newer EV companies, which started with this direct sales model, are now realizing that they want to have the dealer sales model as well. For example, XPeng has been expanding its network of franchised dealers. Even BYD's premium brand, Denza, is now recruiting dealers as well. On the flip side, traditional automakers like Great Wall, who have relied on dealers, are now trying to incorporate the direct sales model as well. What's emerging is a kind of model that tries to combine elements of both. The goal is to leverage the efficiency and control of the direct sales model while also leveraging local markets for knowledge and after sales capability of the dealers. This evolution in sales models is being driven by intensifying competition in China. As the market matures, automakers have to get creative and make themselves stand out to really capture more market share. Looking forward, I think we'll continue to see innovation in how EVs are sold and serviced. There's already experiments happening with selling cars through e-commerce with platforms like JD. We might even see closer integration between online and offline sales channels, or new partnerships between automakers and tech companies. The key takeaway here is that China isn't just leading in EV technology, they're also pioneering new business models for supporting these vehicles. As a NIO investor and enthusiast, I'm excited to see how companies adapt to these trends. The launch of Onvo seems like a smart move to capture a different segment of the market than NIO is typically we used to, but also being able to leverage NIO's existing strengths. Now, I want to touch briefly on some global EV news. There's been a lot of discussion on European tariffs affecting Chinese electric vehicles. This is a complex issue with arguments on both sides, actually. I looked a lot into the other side of the argument, and some of the points are valid. European automakers are concerned about being overwhelmed by cheap Chinese imports. On the other hand, companies like Volkswagen have huge operations in China and are wary of potential retaliation if strict tariffs are imposed. The situation highlights the global nature of the EV industry and the delicate balance between protecting domestic business while also trying to maintain open trade. It'd be really interesting to see how this plays out and what impact it might have on NIO's European ambitions. To wrap up, I think that we're at a really exciting point in the EV industry. Technology is maturing, sales are ramping up rapidly, and we're seeing innovation not just in the vehicles themselves, but also how they're sold and supported. Companies like NIO, who can nail both the product and the ownership experience, are well positioned for long-term success, in my humble opinion. The launch of Onvo is a bold move that could help NIO capture a larger share of the EV market. As always, I'm bullish on NIO's long-term prospects. The combination of cutting-edge technology, a focus on user experience, and smart brand positioning make them a force to be reckoned with in the global EV market. That's all for today's episode of Courtside Financial. I hope you guys found this valuable, helpful, useful, insightful. If you found it to be any of those things, at the very least entertaining, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Been traveling for a wedding, and I'm just getting back, and obviously got to take care of the day job first. But anyways, thanks for being with me, and we're back on schedule. We'll see you in the next installment. Have a good one.